Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Kali ini gue akan coba main game baru nih, NBA2K14 ya kan. And sebelumnya karena gue udah habis rakit PC, ya tipis-tipis aja sih nambahin order di komputer gue. Jadi bisa main game yang lebih berat lah. Nanti mungkin ada kedepannya akan ada beberapa video yang lebih menarik gitu kan, game-game yang lebih seru lah bisa dicoba. Yang pasti ya gue akan main game kesukaan gue mulai dari SMA kelas 2 ini. Ya termasuk hitungannya jadul banget sih ini game NBA2K14. Ini karena gue baru aja kan, karena tadi gue baru testing. Gue coba cek ombak lah bisa dibilang. Coba main di Rocky. Ini posisinya masih Rocky, baru selesai tanda tangan kontrak. Karena baru selesai main game Rocky Showcase. Jadi kita langsung aja gaspol ya kan. Oke. Nah, kita langsung aja nih jadwalnya kan. Role player masih baru-baru banget nih. Dan ini gue BTW pakai, gue jadi posisi shooting guard, 3 point spesialis. Semoga aja ya kan bisa jadi jago gitu.
And boy, you can just hear the excitement. What a moment indeed. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sport. And to tip off opening night, let's check out the starting lineups. First for Milwaukee, Brandon Knight is out there with Mayo. And inside, a kinetic shot blocker rebounder out of Virginia Commonwealth, Larry Sanders. Then there's
Shooting guard. Oh ya, shooting guard.
1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes to the Wizard. The Bucks working the ball around. Kicks to Middleton. The pass to the Wizard. To the middle. They get a hand on it. And a fast break now for New York. Shumpert with the ball. And he finished it off with the lane.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break. That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when. You know, for a long time, the Knicks were viewed as a young team on the rise, but when they added Rasheed Wallace last year, the average age went to 32, which was the oldest team in the league last season. And you saw it in their play. They were a group of veterans out there.
Pass to Carmelo. J.R. Smith on the wing. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. 8 points for J.R. Smith.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
And for the Knicks, the veteran leadership helped them at times as they had to go through some very tough stretches, Steve, due to injury.
Yeah, they did go through some stretches, but they really did well to secure the division title and get that high seed going into the playoffs. They had a pretty decent run all in all, but this is a team that has higher aspirations than just getting to the conference semis.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 6. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Dishes it to Ridnour. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. From half court, no up. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to the Wizard. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Feeds it to Neal. He passes to the Wizard. There's the screen. Leads him in there. 6 to shoot. Smith outside. Pass to Shumpert. From the wing. There's the block. And a tight game here as we end the first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The NBA season on 2K. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a breathtaking view of the iconic skyscrapers near. Knicks trailed by 5. Now here's Felton. He's got 12. Felton off the pick for Martin. Felton goes in. He dishes it to Martin. Rejected by Sanders. The Bucks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break.
Guys, Kenyon Martin was signed by the Knicks towards the end of last season as they dealt with a litany of injuries, and he really delivered. I mean, he's 35 years old, microfracture surgery on both knees, but he's still got some bounce in those legs, and we know he's got plenty of intensity.
Ridenour, that's good.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Ridenour against Felton. He feeds it to Shumpert. And that basket was going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
So for the Knicks, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Jeremy Tyler. Anthony comes in for Meta World Peace. And J.R. Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, a curious signing for the Bucks this offseason, bringing in Pachulia on a 3-year mid-level type deal. This is a team that already had a logjam in the front court with Sanders, Henson, Ilyasova, and Drew Gooden. The Bucks traded away promising forward Tobias Harris last year for what became a couple of second-round picks. They did much the same with Mbah Moute. It's all about getting the most out of your assets. Guys, we'll see how the Bucks do shuffling their pieces around.
It'll be interesting to see. Thanks, Doris. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Stoudemire comes in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Udrich in for Raymond Felton. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. There's the pass to the Wizard. He kicks to Ilyasova. Pass to the Wizard to take the lead. Hits the bucket. The Wizard with his first bucket in the NBA. What a feeling he's got to have right now.
You know, he doesn't have the most polished game in the world, guys, but he is an extremely hard worker. That's the main thing we've heard about him, and there's a lot to be said for that.
A whole lot. And as hard as he does work, I think his game could grow immensely. For a lesser-known young player, he has a huge upside.
Just 3 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
For the Knicks, Smith comes in for Shumpert. That's Felton in for Hardaway. Passes it to the Wizard. There's the feed to Sanders. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Shot's good from the Wizard.
It's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. Mike Woodson had some words for his team over that last break. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
For 3, Smith. And he's able to get it back. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Delfino kicks tonight. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Ilyasova. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And now a 6-point Bucks lead.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Outside, Felton. Will it go? But they recover it.
Way to play the boards and come away with the offensive rebound.
And the Knicks miss again.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so the Bucks take the win. Both teams played well, but these guys have the edge.
After tonight's game, you're now officially an NBA player. Were there any nerves for you stepping onto the court for the first time?
After tonight, blah blah blah. Agak sedikit.
You think I was nervous going into this game, for real? I was born to play ball, man. When you out there on the court doing what you love to do, it just comes natural. Nerves aren't even a part of the equation. It's going to be a long career for me, so save some of your questions for all the other times I'll be up here.
Duh, tim chemistry-nya bakalan turun kan. Astaga, bagus banget udah gue main. Kayaknya 2 game cukup deh kayaknya. Achievement ya kan, kita upgrade dulu. Kita kudu upgrade 3 point aja deh. Oh ya, naik 76 ya kan. Layupnya juga perlu di-upgrade. Kurang. Udahlah ya. Kalau standing dunk nggak ngaruh deh dulu untuk sekarang. Kita perlu kotak layup sama layupnya nih. Low post offense boleh nambah 1 dulu. Oke. Langsung aja kita gaskan lagi ya kan. Karena fokusnya adalah dia itu sosial medianya nantang point.
Welcome fans, thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and by my side, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. And now a quick... We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Larry Drew.
I asked him which player he was most worried about, and his answer was immediate: Rajon Rondo. He said Rondo's ability to take control of games with his defense and his playmaking make it tough to mitigate what he can do on the floor. We'll see if he has something up his sleeve, guys.
Thanks, Doris. They were both on the bubble fighting it out for the bottom seeds.
Those are the games you need to win. You got to win the games you're supposed to, especially coming down to the last month.
So crucial. Chris Humphries has checked in for Boston.
You know, the Celtics have always prided themselves on being a physical defensive team, and in years past they were pretty disciplined, but last season they committed a number of fouls, way more than they should have for a team that wanted to be good defensively. You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
And there's the pass to the Wizard. The dish now to Pachulia. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Middleton. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Olynyk. Milwaukee shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. And both free throws good for Udo. Well, as you said, Clark, about the Celtics, once again near the top in fouls committed. But if it is going to help them set the tone defensively, then, Steve, it probably is worth an extra couple of free throws for them.
Well, last year and really over the last several years, they've had a group of veterans that knew how to foul and when not to foul. And I think sometimes you have to commit a hard foul to keep a team from getting a momentum-changing bucket. And just setting the tone with a toughness that has to be on display out there.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't shoot.
Oh, he got it!
Oh, he does it! Knock it down! Right at the horn.
Boy, a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Talk about maximizing every last possession you've got. Right there, it was done.
And that concludes a back and forth.
Tune in Friday, November 2nd. Rudy Gay and the Toronto Raptors hit the road to do battle with the Milwaukee Bucks. Be there.
And here's Rondo. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end. Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky. Last season a mid-level signee by the Celtics. Competes at the defensive end. Offensively, he's a good shooter with his feet set from long range and really kind of likes the corner pocket three-pointers.
The skilled front court of Jared Sullinger and Kelly Olynyk. The guards, Rajon Rondo and Courtney Lee. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Rondo with it. Sullinger with a screen for Rondo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for Courtney Lee, probably his best shots is that 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think so. He's a guy who can get out and transition and finish at the rim, but he's got a career 3-point average of about 38%. So look for him to be even more aggressive firing away out there.
Knight against Rondo. Pachulia. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You look at Zaza Pachulia, and he's a guy I think that's underrated. He can really score around the basket. He knows how to use his body in a physical manner, and he can step out and knock it down from 15 feet, too.
And the Celtics making a change here. Crawford's checked in. He kicks it to Green. Ilyasova on him. And it's Green missing.
Pretty good defense there. That's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Back to Pachulia, originally from the Republic of Georgia in Eastern Europe, and has played most of his career in Atlanta, Georgia.
Probably a little different. Atlanta.
It is, Steve. It is a lot different, actually, than the Republic of Georgia.
Just a little.
Yes.
But he's really solidified his place in the league. He's tough. He throws his weight around, draws fouls. All the things you like in a backup center.
And stolen by Ilyasova. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, for Jared Sullinger, drafted to the Celtics last season, it was a great opportunity to learn from one of the best big men ever to play the game in Kevin Garnett. Sullinger said, "You're learning every day, and as you're seeing what he's seeing, the game slows down tremendously." Fortunately, Jared not the type to take criticism personally, saying, quote, "Because I had Zach Sullinger as a coach," he says, referring to his father James, who taught him the game. And guys, Garnett praised Sullinger's incredible IQ for the game and no-nonsense demeanor. He's fit right in with the Celtics.
Nice stuff, Doris. Thank you. And Middleton kicks to Knight. Hands it from downtown. Knight's got 11 points.
And a much better quarter for them in terms of shooting the basketball.
You know, anytime your field goal percentage as a team is up in the high 50s, you're doing a lot of stuff right.
Crawford drives in. He dishes it to Humphries. And the shot is good. Humphries has got his third basket of the night.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. Back to Knight. Pass to the Wizard. Three-pointer. And no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the first half so far.
Now, presented by Sprint. With a few games of the new season already under our belt, we're back in the NBA groove. This is 2K Sports. The Milwaukee Bucks have the lead against Boston. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. For the Celtics, though, in this one, plenty of work still to be done. Too many turnovers, tough to win when you're giving the ball away as easily as they have. They need to start playing smarter basketball in the second half. And that'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the lights up top. So it's Boston now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And what stands out from that game, Clark, is that they let a lot of points slip through their fingers at the free throw line.
Yep, and I think some doubt started to creep in as well when they kept missing their foul shots. Guys seem to tighten up and start alligator arming those things.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Ridnour out there with Gary Neal. And it's the Wizard in at the small forward. Into Ilyasova. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Clark, as you were saying, the rest of the Eastern Conference got the better of the Bucks. Had they been a little tougher against some of the lesser teams in their own conference, they might not have had to deal with the Heat in the first round of last year's playoffs.
Well, the Bucks tried to mix things up last year. Remember, they made the big trade at midseason, too, going for J.J. Redick and moving on from some of their young players. And I think that changed. And, of course, the coaching switch from Scott Skiles to Jim Boylan. So they lost some of their momentum.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Nice shot by Wallace. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ridnour passes to the Wizard. Sanders with a screen on Wallace. From deep, Ilyasova. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And the Bucks make it. Pass to Walters. Here's the Wizard. He's covered by Rondo. And the Bucks miss again. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against New York.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Brandon Bass is out there with Green, and it's Humphries in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Walters passes to the Wizard. Off target with his three. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Rondo. Rebound, Milwaukee. Udo's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Here's Pachulia, covered by Humphries. Pachulia, no luck. The Celtic shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Pass with a screen for Bradley. And that one's good.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And Walters kicks to Middleton. Pass to Walters. He passes to the Wizard. Feeds it to Pachulia. Humphries with the steal. Here's Rondo. Some solid defense from Vultures.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
There's the pick. The pass to the Wizard. Kicks to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to get back on track. Count that one.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Back to Rondo. It's Bradley on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
You guys were firing on all cylinders out there tonight. That's got to be a win that makes you feel good about the team as a whole. Agree or disagree?
You guys are firing on all cylinders tonight. That's got to be a win.
Yeah, it was a good win for the team, man. We did what we were supposed to do, and it made a difference. It's always easier when you can build a little cushion like that. There's less pressure, not as much of a sense of urgency. And you feel like you can play your own game without worrying too much about the score. If only every game was like that, man.
Oh, chemistry. Harusnya chemistry anunya nih naik ini. Teammate-nya. Karena lebih penting. Oke, naik. Ya udahlah, mungkin segini dulu dari gue. Jangan lupa di like, di subscribe, tekan tombol loncengnya ya, di share ke teman-teman kalian. Siapa tahu nanti bakalan ada part 2 nya ini. Dan untuk Mafia 2 kayaknya pending dulu dah, untuk buat komputer gue Mafia 2 kemarin. Yaudah, thank you dulu, sekian, and goodbye.